here to talk about how to help a homesick camper. I think we always think that camp is supposed to be fun and terrific, and you send your kids off as if they're gonna have the time of their life. But we all know that some kids don't adjust as easily as others. There are those kids that jump feet first into the water or head first, and then there's those other kids that they really do tiptoe in. And then once they get in, the water is fine. So I think the trick about a homesick camper is to figure out if your child is gonna just dive in and they're great, if they're gonna just tiptoe in and gradually adjust, or if they just are never gonna get there and you have to do something else. The one key you want to think about in terms of homesick campers is first you. You don't want to be a child-sick parent. So is some of the homesickness about your difficulty letting go of your child and putting them in the care of someone else to have a good time for the summer? So you want to think about that first whenever something comes up about your child having a hard time. Now, with kids that are at camp, especially for the first time, but sometimes, it's a second or third time and it's a new camp, you want to first listen to what they're saying and not jump to any conclusions, especially if it's in the first couple of days that they're there, because it may just be the new situation jitters that they have to adjust to. So listen to it, think about it, maybe consult with the camp about it. Because you want to know, is this a child that's just having an adjustment problem, or is this a very bad fit for your child in the camp, or is there something more worrisome going on? Is there maybe a bully situation, or is there just a bad kind of camp style for your child? So after you've listened, and if it still goes on, I think you want to do a little more investigating. One thing is to use your eyes and your ears. And your eyes, sometimes what happens is camps now have those pictures that they post of kids online during the day. So your child may be saying, it's awful and I'm sitting around and nobody's playing with me, and then you see pictures of them at a soccer game or at the campfire. So you want to kind of match what is it they're saying you and what are they actually displaying. So that's one great way to kind of do a reality check for everyone. Then you do want to check with the camp itself. They're trained in how to help kids. It's in their best interest to have kids happy and to have parents happy. So they do what they can to make sure it's a good fit and a good situation. So you want to talk to them about what's really going on and talk about what kind of strategies they have for helping your child feel better, feel more accepted, more involved. Maybe it's a change in the schedule that they have. Maybe it is a change in the cabin. And maybe it's just give it a couple more days, we've seen this before. And then at the end of the day, if you really do feel like it's a bad situation for whatever reason, then you do have to think seriously about, there's no value in helping a homesick camper that's really a child that's just very stressed. And it's a bad situation for your child as a camper. And then see what you can do about possibly bringing that child home. And not as a failure to your child, but just as it's a great thing that we tried this, we learned a lot. What could we do differently for another situation in a different camp? But first and foremost, notice that homesick campers means, yes, they're not at home and things aren't going to be the same. And it's the sickness really, I'm just missing some of my regular things and I'm really happy with some of these new things.